This looks good.
It looks good. I like it.
Okay,
Like
you ready?
everything about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to Soul Seekers TV. I'm Patricia Rivera Wolfson.
Hi, everyone. I'm Linda Krause Barnett.
And we are so excited to be back. Yay! Now, I know that we've kind of been out of the social media eye for a couple of months. We have been behind the scenes diligently working on our TV show.
That's right.
Which we are still working on, which we will reveal when the premiere is soon enough. But we started thinking that, you know, a lot of soul seeking happens, behind the scenes. So we want to kind of introduce you to some of the things that we do behind the scenes that helps us on our soul seeking journey. Right, Linda?
That's exactly right. And to just keep in mind that this is a journey. And so the exploration is the fun part, and that we are literally seeking out what our soul is calling us to do next and the next. And the experiment is, which of the things that I want to try are working for me, which resonate with me, which are making me happy, and which are really hard and I don't love. And so that's part of the joy of finding where your soul is headed, is experimenting and trying new things and really letting yourself be guided to the next adventure of your soul.
Yes. And the thing is, and one of the things that brought Linda and I together was exactly this soul seeking journey. And us, we were part of this amazing community, and we met at a live event, and it was really both of us seeking out those passions and listening to the whispers of our soul, taking us in a certain direction, and it brought us to each other. So it was proof that, listen to the whispers of your soul and go in that direction, allow yourself to explore. And one of the ways that I really love, and Linda really loves to fulfill, one of the ways I love to fulfill my soul is through education and reading and personal development and doing my own things in that department. And one of the ways that I do that is like reading books or listening to podcasts. And so I had this idea, and I shared it with Linda, and Linda thought it would be amazing for us to go on this sort of soul-seeking adventure together, and we could be your guides. And I think Linda thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I was like, wait, we're soul guides. I think I've always wanted to be a soul guide.
Totally. So one of the things that we're going to do as your soul guides is we're going to take you through a book that we thought was a perfect way to start this type of experiment, because this book has experiments. And so we're going to introduce you to the book. It is called E Squared by Pam Grout. So it's not exactly a book club, but it's sort of like a book club, but it will be us meeting.
It's a soul seeker experiment club using the book.
Yes, exactly. A soul seeker experiment club. Yes, we're working on the name. But this book by Pam Grout, it has 9 do-it-yourself experiments, 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. And I went, oh my God, it's perfect.
Exactly. And there were so many things that I loved about choosing this book specifically, because I love to interact with the book. I have a hard time just reading. In fact, I had this book on my Nook, and I was like, oh, I love my Nook, but I can't write, I can't highlight, I can't scratch out. And so I bought the hardcover of the book, the hard copy of the book, and it really helped because now I need to journal and interact with what I'm reading. So I love that it's interactive. That's one of my favorite things. And I really love that Pam Grout recognizes that we're all questioning these principles, that we believe them, we've heard them, but really, how provable are they? And what I love is that she says they're completely provable and in a short amount of time. For people like me whose attention spans don't last a million years, she gives you such a finite number of times. So it's 48 hours for each of the 9 experiments. That's nothing. It's 2 days. And so those are some of my favorite aspects of this. It's like taking your little whispers, your soul-seeking ideas, and then really putting them to the test. And so I'm so excited about that.
Yes, and that's the thing, is that, we all know the universe has your back, that you're always fully supported, that you need to trust, blah, blah, blah. We say it, we speak it, we believe it, But there's always that sort of inside voice, that limiting belief, that, societal, loud, critical voice that's happening in your head that's like, really, really, you think you're, deserving of everything? Really, you think the universe is just going to hand you whatever you want? And so I thought, what a beautiful introduction into what we are trying to do, which is introduce more magic into your life, and introduce more magic into our own lives. Like, we want to see this stuff too, and that's the thing. Although we might be your soul guides, we are participants just like you, and we thought, how much fun would this be to go on this journey together? So what we're going to do is, we're telling you the book today, and we're going to start next week. So next Monday morning at
October
11:11.
23rd.
Yes, September 23rd at 11:11.
September 23rd. I said October.
You said October. No. Monday, September 23rd, next Monday, we are going to start these experiments. We're going to introduce to you the first experiment on Monday. And then the following Thursday, we're going to follow up, and we're going to talk about our own experiences and how the experiment went for us. And if you show up, you will also get to share your experience. And showing up, we'll be conducting these experiments on our Facebook page, Soul Seekers TV, and we'll share the link in this video for you to see. Or you can follow us individually, on Facebook as well, because we'll be talking about it through there too. So Monday, we're going to start. So if you don't have a book, if you're interested in participating, go ahead, and you have time until Monday to get the book, and you can read just up until the first experiment, or not. You don't even have to get the book. You can just show up and watch us go through the book. And then if you feel called, you can get the book after. And I think that that's a wonderful way for us to step into this soul-seeking journey together.
Yep. And we have made it clear since the beginning that in our opinions and in our experience with soul seeking, that it's an adventure. And so it should be fun, and it should get you excited. It's not something that should feel heavy or hard to do, because then I think it's kind of counterintuitive. And so these experiments are fun. Her writing style is super fun. I've sneak peeked and gotten through I went all the way up to actually the first experiment, because we're going to all do that together. But I think that these are ways to play with. It's just like working out. You find the way to work out for your body that feels good to you, and not every style is good for everyone. Some people like running, some people like interval training, and I think your soul's the same way. I think that there are certain soul-seeking adventures that are more appropriate for some than others, but this allows all of us to kind of figure that out together. Where am I going? What's my direction, and what's calling out to me?
Yes. And like, someone asked me the other day, what's your favorite method to like whatever it was? And we were talking about tapping. And I'm like, I try everything. And that's the thing, and something that we want to do here on this show and together. We want to try everything. How's that working for you? Oh, I really love this. It really worked for me. Or it's like, you know what? It didn't really speak to me. That's going to happen to you too. You're going to love some stuff we talk about. You're going to be like, to other stuff. And these experiments, you may have amazing results, or you may be like, I don't get it, or I didn't get the messages.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. It's totally part of the process. We want to hear that. Maybe we'll get to see like, wow, so many people did get the messages, and other people or we'll be like, oh my God, so many people didn't get it. What's missing? What collectively are we missing? And that's the kind of discussion that we want to create in this.
And I think that regardless of whether per se the experiment works or not, in a finite box, if we just take it out of the box.
Yeah.
What I believe is that when we are in awareness state, when we are in an awareness state, and we believe that we're looking for things, regardless of whether you find what specifically you're looking for, you still find magic, because you're in that aware state of seeking and of looking. And so wonderful things come into your field just because you're present and you're looking. You're like, wow, what's going to show up for me? And so I think, if nothing else, just that heightened state of awareness that you put yourself in order to do these experiments is just naturally going to lend themselves to interacting with some beautiful magic.
Yes, I love that. And on that note, I just want to invite you once again to join us on Monday, September 23rd.
23rd,
Okay,
11
Monday, September
11.
23rd at 11:11, because of course we're doing energy experiments with the universe at 11.
That's right.
So it'll be easy to remember. Join us on Monday on our Facebook page, Soul Seekers TV, and we'll see you there.
All right, everybody. Bye.